The title of this presentation is Unique Features of the Ecuadorian Culture. The Ecuadorian culture is a mixture of influences from the Spanish conqueror with the ancestral traditions of pre-Columbian people. The population of Ecuador belongs to many different ethnic groups, therefore it is very diverse. The largest ethnic groups are los mestizos, those of mixed Spanish and Amerindian ancestry, and constitute 65% of the population. Amerindians have approximately 25% of the population. Los criollos are the direct descendants of Spanish settlers, have the 7% of the Ecuadorian population. A small minority of Afro-Ecuadorian, including mulattoes and Sambos, constitute the remainder. Although most of the population was a few decades ago of the past concentrated in the region of the Andean highlands, today are divided into equal parts between La Sierra and Costa. A small percentage live in Galapagos Islands. The official language is the Spanish. However, it has another indigenous languages. Demographics of Ecuador. The culture reflects the demographics of the country in itself, and it is a rich amalgam and various influences. As the descent of the majority of los mestizos, the national culture is also a mix of European and Amerindian heritage, with several items left by the descendants of African slaves. In addition to the national culture, many of the existing indigenous communities also practice their own indigenous cultures. Migration toward cities, particularly Quito and Guayaquil, in all regions has increased the urban population to over 50%. A large percentage of this population is composed of children. Religion. The predominant religion is Roman Catholic, but there are other Christian confessions. Ecuadorians are often merge Catholicism with their traditional beliefs, but many communities still retain their ancient beliefs and practices of worship of the earth, mountains, and the sun. Gastronomy. Ecuadorian cuisine is strongly influenced through its history by the people they conquer their territory, Incas and Spanish, and migrants who have arrived in the country, mainly Chinese people. Part of that variation in comida criolla combination, which his name is also referring to the mixture of races and cultures. That occurred with the birth of the miscegenization and the arrival of the Spanish, who brought the domestic and wildlife animals and ingredients and components known as Mediterranean cuisine, together with the indigenous native form, but what we call today in Latin America as comida criolla. This situation has provided a variety of cooking techniques and ingredients.